Hello, welcome back to Dylan Foley Productions. My name is Doug, and I'm going to be teaching you how to cremate something. Alright, so today we're going to be demonstrating with a pine cone, and this is my special stick right here. We have a fire going, so you can see right down there. And we cannot use a real body because apparently that violates terms and conditions, and it's not safe to do in the woods, and Mr. Johnny Boy wouldn't approve of it. So let's just go ahead and get this over with the pine cone, alright? So what you're going to want to do is find a nice part of the flame. Now you gotta wait for it to die down a little bit so it's nice and red. Cameraman, how about you come over here a little bit? Right over to this bench so you can get a better view. Okay, so, oh, look at that. That's how you know it's ready. Let's just clear a little opening right here. Okay, now that's the perfect spot because it's nice and red. So what we're gonna do, you stop it? Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna put the pine cone right in there, in the nice and toasty part. You'll see there'll be a nice big flash of light, which will mean it ignited and that the process is beginning. So we're gonna go ahead and do that for you right now. It's very hot. It could easily melt a person. Let's wait a moment for the combustion. There we go. As you can see, it's combusting. Now we're gonna give it a few moments to burn down a bit, as you might say. And from the last clip when I said we're not allowed to use bodies, you might have heard a little bit of firearm noises in the background. Alright, so while that one's cooking up, we'll take a look right over here. You can see we got our urn full of remains of another pine cone that we took care of earlier today. You can hear it's definitely in there. I think a little bit may have come out when I shook it, but that's fine. Okay, now let's come back over and take a look at the current one we're cooking up. Okay, it's glowing nice and red and hot. Cameraman, come right in here. Take a look at this. Don't be afraid to get your hands a little burnt. Okay, so if you come down here to my level, you can see that all of the branches and stuff are drooping down. This is very similar to a human because the limbs will bend down or bend up depending on the orientation. Now, let's shake it. As you can see, it's falling apart. This is called the pre-meditary phase, or whatever you call it. See, some of the ashes don't go in the urn. Most of them do. Only the ones we can recover will. So I'm going to slowly start bringing it out so we can recover as much as possible. Okay. As you can see, it has been removed from the fire successfully, and along here we have dropped a lot of ashes along the way. Are you still recording? Good. So, we're going to try to flake some of those out. And they're right over here. So, some of those you might not be able to recover until the fire's completely died down, but in our case, we can use a method that I like to call, oh, my mouth. So now what we're going to do is we're going to wait for this, where to go, this pine cone to cool off a little bit so we can take it out and prep it over here. While that's cooling down, we will prep our urn. And all you need to do is get some Reynolds wrap, heavy duty, make sure it's the heavy duty. And you're going to open it up a little bit like this and just go. Oh, it's crispy. Like that. Take a piece and gonna lay it down right here. This is our cremation table. See, this fire is very, very hot. The cremation chambers get up to 800 degrees Celsius. This fire, I don't know, but it's hot. As you can see, I have a piece of paper right here. Throw it right in. Look how fast it lights on fire. See, you don't want to be in there. Okay, now we're gonna take a bite out of our test our pine cone. Okay, it appears to be ready. We have to be very respectful at this part, not to do anything bad to it, because this is, it's dead. It's dead, remember that. You gotta be careful. Okay. Whose bottle is this? Is it yours, cameraman? Okay, let's go ahead. Ow! Ooh! So you can see my fingers all black now. Ouch! It's not good. Okay, now what we're gonna go ahead and do is called the secondary method. That's what I like to call it, at least. Which is when you take some Stop and Shop sugar cone box, take out the interior packaging, and remove, is this paper? Now you can test it. Take this out. All you're gonna do is insert the cone inside of the paper. You're gonna ravel it up a slight bit. Oh. Right like this. And now what we have to do at first is make sure it's paper by putting a small piece in. Does that look like it's paper? Oh no, the pine cone came out. You know what that means. Where did my crematory stick go? Thank you, good sir. This. Oh, it's reignited because the spirit has tried to exit. As you can see, the flame's really kicking up good there. You getting this? Alright, so as you can see, we've taken the hot cone out of the fire, and all we gotta do now is just tap it up a little bit. Oh no. To break it up. It's still steaming, that's how you know it's ready. It's just about complete, as you can see. And then we need to put it in the granulator to make sure it's a fine powder. Are you juiced yet? Now you want to make a small pile towards the middle of the urn. Then you're gonna seal it up right like this. You want to be very careful when you seal it up not to lose any of the remains. And you also want to be very careful not to puncture any holes in it, because then you'll have a situation like this where when you shake it, they come out the bottom like a pepper shaker. As you can see.
You want to put that on your breakfast.
Yes. So, This one's very faulty. So what we can most likely do is this. Don't tell the parents. Now, for the most sacred part of the ritual, delivering the urn to its rightful owners. Now, we're going to be very somber when we do this. So, okay? Yeah. Now, I'm Doug. Thank you for watching Cremation Tips with Doug on the Dylan Foley YouTube channel. Now come with me as we deliver it.
I never got that cat. How do you know that they're not werewolves and they agreed to do that?
Oh, yo, hold on.
Would I go to this trouble of putting my entire privilege able to do that?
Yeah, no idea.
Yeah.
Well,
So Andrew's a werewolf?
Now we're gonna come over to Mr. Smooth right
you
here.
guys think you got
Mr.
it?
Smooth, your pine cone has been
What are these?
cremated.
Who are these guys?
Don't touch my...
I was a drunk. And
Thank you for watching Cremation Tips with Doug, and have a nice day.